episode 1 of Costume Couture.
Thank you for joining us. Oh my god.
I'm Ian.
I'm Rae.
And like I said, this is the first episode of Costume Couture. Hurrah!
Hurrah. So, a little bit about the show. If you didn't watch our video.
Yes, the promo video.
We're going to talk everything costumes. We're going to talk cosplay, films, TV. We're going to talk drag and red carpet. We're talking
local cosplays. We're talking about local cons, out-of-state cons.
Yeah.
Shenanigans. We're going to have some guests on.
Some tutorials.
We're going to do a cosplayer of the week, which we're actually starting today. Today's the first cosplayer of the week. So, do you want to kick that off?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we have a form you can fill out on heroespodcast.com, and you can be our featured cosplayer of the week. This week we're featuring Shayna in Neverland. She is a cosplayer with a few years under her belt, and she submitted some really awesome pictures.
She did.
She did a steampunk Alice.
Which...
It was
wow.
So pretty.
Yeah, I love it, love it, love it.
So pretty.
Cheers to you, ma'am. So let's just...
she said that it
gives me an excuse to drink.
She's currently working on a Snow White and a Diva crossover with Magical Girl, and that's actually really cool because I'm doing the Mercy crossover with Magical Girl. So, I mean, maybe Shayna, if we ever meet, we can hang out and do that. That'd be fun.
When we saw these pictures, I was scrolling through, I'm like, oh, that's Alice. And here's the thing, when people do steampunk, you know, it's obvious that it's steampunk. Hers is a whole different ball of wax.
Right. I think she made the character more prevalent than she did the steampunk.
I agree.
Which I like, because Alice in Wonderland can be misinterpreted or interpreted as anything you want it to be. It has to be a fantasy world, and it's got to be a little frightening, and that's about it. That's all you really need for a good Wonderland. So making it a steampunk world, I would actually pay to see a whole movie like that. Cool. It would be beautiful. Yeah. And I wanted just to give her a shout out because she kept Alice at the forefront and had steampunk
be kind of the background.
Yeah.
You know,
steampunk can take over and ruin the character.
It can. It can be like all steampunk, and then they have one little tidbit that's the character. I'm like, what is that?
And that's what makes steampunk so difficult to do correctly. You know, a lot of people just slap on the gears and that's it.
And they call it steampunk.
Yeah, and that's not really how I feel steampunk is.
Agreed.
Steampunk is an interpretation of a character already.
So, props to the Alice. If you guys... We're going to show the Alice right here, probably. Look, there's a thing. So the second one that she did is Lara Croft, based on the new Tomb Raider reboot game.
I've seen a lot of cosplays of this, and hers is one of the better ones.
I agree.
It's a lot of fun.
It looks amazing, and for Lara Croft, it's not, a hard costume to do, really. It's just, kind of a tank top,
and some
pants,
jeans that are ripped up, and
combat boots, and
harnesses,
But she made it look like she just came out of the wilderness, naked and afraid, but not naked. She was just afraid. She was all dirty. It just looked like Lara Croft came out of the video game. So props to you on that one too. Look, here's a little another.
More cheers. So check out Shayna in Neverland. You can find her on Facebook, and if you need to email her for any of your cosplay needs, it's shaynainneverland@gmail.com. Thank you, Shayna, for being our first cosplayer of the week.
Yes, congratulations. Yay!
All right,
so shall we get into the
nitty-gritty?
Yes, all right.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Beauty and the Beast.
Oh
live action.
It was so beautiful.
It was.
Head to toe, start to finish.
Yep.
Beautiful film.
It was. We're going to be talking about the costumes of the main,
characters?
5 or 6 characters?
Yeah, of course. And then some of the added details in the background characters as well.
Yep, they're different looks, they're different interpretations of costumes. Maybe we liked, maybe we didn't like.
It's true. Not everything in this film was perfect.
No.
I mean, I really loved a lot of it.
They can't be like me.
No.
You're
flawless.
Thank you.
So, costume director Jacqueline Duran made everything in Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
And unlike some costume directors, she did her best to take in everybody's personal wishes with the costumes. So, Emma Watson was very vocal about what she wanted from each and every one of her costumes.
She was very vocal about not wearing a corset for a lot of it.
Yes.
Which,
she wanted
to move and breathe.
Exactly. That's what she said. Also, I believe she was a little jaded by what happened with Lily James.
Yeah.
You know, in Cinderella, she's wearing a beautiful blue corset with the ball gown at the end. And for most of it, it looks fine. Mm-hmm. Nothing. But for the posters, her waist got photoshopped even more so than... Yeah. And the corset already brings the waist in by quite a bit. So, I understand Emma's hesitation to look 10 times smaller than what she really is. Yeah. She's already a smaller woman.
She's already very petite, so...
Exactly.
Don't need to get any more petite than that.
So let's start with Belle's first look. She opens up and we see her in the village.
Yes, she's in that iconic blue and white dress from the cartoon, but more stylized, more vibrant, more detail-oriented.
I've seen cosplayers put that together. They put a blue apron dress together and they get a white button-down shirt. I know some of my friends have done this outfit and said that they just went to the thrift store and got the white button-down collar. And while there is nothing wrong with that, doing a live-action film, I wanted it to be the next level. And
tighten it up, take it times 10.
And this absolutely was.
Agreed.
100%. I was really blown away by it. So
yes.
I think, dare I say, it might be my favorite look for Belle.
I can see that. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it because...
It's the one she's in the most, I think.
Yeah.
That... Well, yeah. I'm trying to think back.
Yeah, she's in it about 4 or 5 times in small scenes. That's what she wears most of the time during the castle, which makes total sense to me that that's the outfit you go in, that's the outfit you feel most comfortable wearing.
Exactly.
I really appreciated the way that the collar was rounded off to have a more feminine look instead of the button down.
The button, yeah.
And then I loved the tiny little red flowers.
Yes, those aren't they cute, the little embroidered the flowers, yeah.
Yes, and it was just a little border at the top and at the very, very bottom. And it was so small.
You'll notice that in this film, roses are the main kind of theme.
They're everywhere.
Roses are everywhere. It's kind of like the hidden Mickeys in Disney films.
Which they had a few of those.
They did. And there's hidden roses everywhere in this film.
Everyone's outfit except for Gaston's had a rose at some point.
Yes.
It was very subtle on people like Maurice. You know, he didn't have one until the bar scene, the tavern scene. But Gaston had one, or did not have one, excuse me. But LeFou did at the very end.
He did.
Yes.
Yes. LeFou.
It's to show that, like, he's a good guy now.
Yes, he's a good guy.
Oh, by the way, spoilers. Like, if you haven't seen the movie, why are you watching this?
Exactly. He's turned good and slightly gay. We don't know. Debatable. It's debatable.
Parts, not parts, Ian.
That's debatable.
Anyway, the blue dress.
Yes.
I also loved that while she was writing, while she was doing laundry and her little chores around the house, she had it tucked in her bloomers. So it wasn't going to get caught on anything.
It's very, it's hitched up.
Yes. Form over function.
Yes, exactly. She's like, I can't get this dirty. I only got one of these. Let me hike it up. I don't got money. We don't got money to get 17 new dresses. Let me just hike this in there.
Right. And it was great. It had little pockets for her books and her coins.
Yep.
So it made that village scene with the song Belle and the other townsfolk really, more functional than anything. It made it look like she wears this dress quite often, and she uses it for a ton of stuff.
I also like how she, going back and rewatching it, I think she's the only one in blue in that whole entire scene.
Yeah.
I think everyone else is in like their grays, their browns, their red and golds and whatever, but I think she's the only one in blue.
And that makes it really easy for you to just zone in right on her, especially at the very end of that scene where it's got... I think Bill Condon, director, said that there was 150 people and about 60 different animals for that scene. So that is a very crowded scene, yet your eyes go straight to Belle.
Yes, as it should.
Absolutely.
So I think that's the reason why they kept everyone else in,
the muted colors.
And then her in the bright blue and the white and everything.
So while we're talking about that, how do you feel about Gaston's first look, where he's got the captain hat and he's
the captain hat,
because he's a captain of war now.
He is. Don't know what he did in the war, but sure, he said he fought in it.
Sure, he's part of the war.
Yeah, whatever. So Gaston, he's in a kind of a brown coat with hints of red.
Yes.
He's in his captain's hat, and the first introduction of him is not in his classic red and gold outfit.
It's not, actually. It's in this muted outfit, but you still get a huge sense of his personality.
You do.
Because even during the song, he is looking right at a mirror and...
He's smiling, he's looking at it, he's like, I'm so handsome.
Yes.
As one does when they pass a mirror. I don't know if you do it, but I do.
All the time.
So yes, he's in this muted color, but he still has the hints of red. He still has the hints of gold on the buttons. So we know it's him. Even though they say his name, if they didn't say his name, we would still know that's Gaston. For sure.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about then, go back to Belle's side, let's talk about Maurice's first look.
Let's do it.
So he's in kind of, I don't know, what's the word, tattered maybe? Or
it's
maybe
worn.
Worn? Okay.
It's definitely worn. He's had this coat, he's had this outfit for years, and you can tell by his shaggy hair that he has not
kept up with appearances.
Right. He's working on his art. And in this one, he's an artist, not an inventor. She's the inventor.
Which I like. I like how they changed that.
I do too. It was cute.
Yes, so he's in, I want to say it's a grayish jacket. I think it's gray. It might be a purpley lavender color. But he doesn't really change that outfit for the whole entire film. That's basically his one base outfit.
He gets a slightly cleaner look after Agatha rescues him.
Yes.
And then he has a different look at the very end for the celebration.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
but that's it. I mean, he really wears this unkempt kind of look.
Crazy artist look.
Yeah, and he cares more about what is going on in the world, what's going on in his home, than he does his appearance, and it's very obvious.
Yes.
He has a couple little roses.
He does, and you can tell his passions are for his work and for Belle.
Right.
So he's not going to be spending money for new clothes.
Absolutely not.
Paints and his daughter.
Yes.
Makes
sense.
Absolutely.
So at this point, the only thing that changes is Belle gets a little coat to go with it. And
she does. She gets a little,
love that. That little coat over that blue dress made it look like a completely different outfit. It was just this one accessory that made it amazing.
It's very cute. It's
so cute.
Something I hope that cosplayers will add to their
I want to.
Costumes.
I think it looks beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you see the animated movie, and at least in my opinion, I've always wanted the gold dress.
Right.
I will make that gold dress at some point.
Oh, yeah.
I want it. But this live action makes me want the blue dress now, too.
Yeah.
And the coat.
It's really pretty.
It's so pretty. The patterns on it, the material, it was beautiful.
It is. So speaking of blue, let's talk about Beast's first look.
Yes.
His first look, he is actually in his prince form. This is the prologue.
We actually open on
We open
him.
with it, yes. Yeah. It's at his, I guess, ball party, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he's having
a shindig.
It looks like he's scoping out some ladies for who's going to join him in bed that night.
Which, that's very common at a party to do.
I mean, don't you?
Yeah, all the time, like, I'm just scoping. Just, where are you? Yeah, with my binoculars on.
Right. But then that old ugly lady ruins it.
Yeah, which that happens with me too. So, damn it, this is a parallel to my life. But he's in this really pretty blue regal coat, and blue represents royalty back then. Yes. Only, very high society people and people with money would have blue because the dyes were so expensive back then.
Yeah, blues and purple dyes really only came from India, and that was a huge sign of money. If you could afford those, then...
You can afford anything, basically.
Pretty much.
And so he's in this, really pretty kind of dark blue coat with these gold buttons.
And he's wearing very foppish royalty French makeup.
Yes, along with
It was a
kind
little
of beastie makeup too. It looks kind of like an animal.
Yeah, because he has like kind of feathers
Yes.
on his eyes, and I'm not going to lie, that was a little off-putting. It was well done,
Yeah.
but I was not expecting him to have the fop makeup because
I
went
wasn't either.
in looking for Beauty and the Beast, not Marie Antoinette, and that movie was awful. By the way,
Yeah.
it was really bad. It was pretty,
but pretty
bad.
awful too.
Hey, it works for his character though. Because
it does.
you don't want to like the prince at the beginning.
No.
He's
a douche.
jerk. Yeah.
He's a douchebag.
You don't want him. So, if his makeup was off-putting and he was off-putting, then
Yeah.
it works.
And what's nice is that when he does transform into the beast, the makeup kind of, what's the word? Melts? Melts? That's the one.
Metamorphize.
Metamorphosis.
That's not a word.
It is now. Into his face.
Yeah.
And so it becomes all
The CG rendering made it look like
it was
that's
just kind of
what
molding
they
into
were
his
going
skin.
off of,
Yes.
and I liked that. They made it functional.
Mm-hmm. And so another first look. Let's go to Gaston's little friend.
Luffy.
Luffy. That's what I'm going to call him.
LeFou, throughout most of the film, he's wearing his black coat, which is, from the film, but he looks like a mini Gaston.
He does. He tries to mimic him because
Absolutely.
he wants to be like Gaston. He wants to get everything that Gaston has and more.
Exactly. Like, his whole character is he wants to be Gaston, he wants to be with Gaston, he wants to be in his presence always.
Yes.
And you can tell at the very beginning through the middle of the film that he mimics the outfits as well. His are always more muted, but during the tavern scene when Gaston finally has on his red coat, and it looks so good.
Yes, he has a red vest on.
He does.
He mimics him slightly, and then also he mimics him in how he does his walk, his talk, his facial expressions. After Gaston leaves the mirror, he goes to the mirror, does his little thing, and walks off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he basically is a little mini him, but a little rounder and more muted.
Yes. Yes. It was great that Jacqueline Duran really brought out people's characteristics with the costumes.
Yes.
Because I just realized with us talking about it that the outfits reflect everybody so well.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
So we got those main characters out of the way, so let's do some secondary characters.
Like, who do you want to talk about?
Let's do Lumiere, for example. We don't get to see him in his human form until the very, very end.
Right.
But we can still talk about his inanimate object form.
You want to talk about the candelabra?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel it compares to the original Lumiere?
The original, I can see it, it's very cartoony with the eyes, kind of floating in the mouth, whatever.
Well, yeah, because what they didn't do this time is Lumiere beforehand, the candelabra was alive, but his eyes were also on the candle itself. So, could you imagine taking that candle out to put it in? So this
one,
they thought about the function of it all, and I know the internet was not happy.
No, at first they weren't. They're like, what?
For some reason, fangirls really thought that Lumiere was hot or something, like in the animated show, and I don't understand fangirls.
I'm not going to question that.
But they were really upset that he wasn't hot as a candlestick.
Sure.
Yeah, right?
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
Let them live their life. But I love how intricately detailed that candelabra is.
Yes.
So it has, these gold leaves around it. It has, him doing his
it has
pose.
His whole body mapped out, and if you wait for the payoff at the end, it pretty much translates. They have the same mustache, they have the same wig, they have the exact same tailored coat, and he is the only one out of all the humanized inanimate objects that got pretty much copy and pasted.
Yeah.
Nobody else looks like that. I mean, Ian McKellen's Cogsworth is very similar.
Yes.
The mustache, the monocle, they did a great job with that. But, I mean, Plumette and Garderobe and Mrs. Potts, none of them look exactly the same from inanimate object to...
Chip didn't have brain damage.
Chip did not have brain damage. He did have a busted out tooth, though.
Yeah.
So...
Okay. I'm happy with it. And also, Lumiere is one of the only characters in there that is actually French in a French film, and everyone else is British.
Ewan McGregor is a British actor, yet he is the only one that did a French accent.
Yeah, him and who else? There was one other person, I thought. They did French.
I don't know.
Wasn't there one of the... Maybe it was the baker.
That could be. I don't know.
But it's like one of the only... No, Plumette, she had the French accent.
That's right.
Yeah. Those two were basically the only two that had French accents.
Absolutely.
Which, it's whatever, but it's also in France, so...
I'm okay with it. Because nobody in the animated movie had it except for Lumiere and Plumette.
That's true, but it still bothered me that live action, like, no one else is going to be French in France.
Yeah.
Okay,
and they hire all British actors except for 2.
Yeah, like...
What you doing?
Okay, cool.
What you doing?
They did great, but I just kind of missed everyone having a French accent.
The problem is there are so many fantastic British actors we could sit here and name off, and we don't have that with French. I can name maybe 2 French actors, and they haven't done anything in a really long time, so I'm
trying to think.
Exactly.
I can name a baguette.
You can name... Well,
like brand.
You're going to go to Panera and buy a baguette and name it? Is that what you're...
It's going to be mine.
Anyway...
We get off topic here, but it's okay because we have alcohol.
Back to
what we're talking about: costuming and couturing.
Couturing.
So second looks for these characters.
Let's talk about the tavern scene where we have Gaston in his wedding coat.
Yes, he gets a really pretty his traditional red coat that we see him in through all the cartoon. You say wedding coat. I think it's the military jacket.
I think that you're totally right in this, but it's based off of the coat he's wearing when he plans out their wedding in the animated movie. He doesn't wear that coat any other time in the animated film, and this is the only time he's wearing it here, so it makes sense if it's more military, especially since a lot of the French colors revolve around the red. Mm-hmm. So that I completely believe that is military. I only was referring to the animated film. Yeah.
Yes, so I think, like I said, it's his captain's coat. It's the military dress coat that he has on to show off his status in the military.
Yes.
Which they did the red in that film is not even like a red, it's like a burgundy blood red. Yeah. It's beautiful.
And since he's the only character in that color, you can really point out, like, all the good guys, all of our protagonists wear blue. Mm-hmm. All of our antagonists, just this one guy in this one.
Or some type of red or a deep purple or something.
And that goes back to the Disney animated films altogether. You know, you go through the list of the villains and most of them are in a combination of red, black, purple.
Yes, that's true. You don't see Snow White, in a black dress.
It's really only Hades that has any other color mixed in.
Because he has the grays and the blues and
Yeah.
But... This coat is
really
beautiful. So pretty.
And that epic pose that they released in Entertainment Weekly like 2 or 3 weeks before the movie.
Him on the table or whatever? Yeah.
With the sword, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
It states everything about Gaston. You know him by that. He's the charmer, and he's the elegant person about town. He's the most popular man. They sing an entire song dedicated to how wonderful he is. And his outfits reflect that.
Yes. Jacqueline Duran did a very good job translating that costume from the cartoon to film. No question about it.
So let's talk about the meat of the movie. We want to talk about the ballroom scene.
Yes.
That yellow dress and the blue suit.
Which one do you want to hit first? Do you want to do blue suit first?
Let's do blue suit.
Okay, blue suit. So,
gorgeous.
Beast... Before this, he has, these tattered blue clothes from his, from his party outfit that he's in.
Purple Hulk pants.
Yeah. Big smash. So he's in that for most of the film until he gets this new kind of outfit for the ballroom scene. He has a few other transitioning outfits, but they're basically the same, essentially. They're all blue.
Yeah.
But this blue coat is to die for.
Yes. The gold filigree and roses and details, the
embroidery work, the patterns. Mind you, this is a full CG character, so they have to CGI this whole entire outfit on him and animate it.
At the same time, he was also acting through that whole thing. He
was
learned
doing
that
motion
waltz,
capture and everything.
and he learned it in a puffy, sweaty muscle suit and stilts. So
props to you on that one.
There is a chance that he did get to wear some of the outfits as Beast. It just wasn't on Dan Stevens. It was on the muscle suit and the stilts. So did they 100% do this, or did they have a base coat? And I don't know. I would like to see the behind the scenes.
I didn't think about that.
I would like to see the behind the scenes. I completely believe that the artistic rendering was CGI after everything's said and done, but I want to see what he was wearing when he was doing this.
And to do CGI clothing like that is hard to do.
Right, because most CGI characters, you know, King Kong or Smaug or Caesar in the Planet of the Apes movies, they're all naked. They're all animals. So,
which he's an animal too, but they humanize him. They humanize him so much in this scene.
He humanizes himself.
Yes.
Throughout this whole thing, he refuses to go completely naked, which he totally could. He's an animal now.
He basically is in that shawl, and that's about it.
He wants to keep his humanity.
So yeah, this blue coat, it's gorgeous. It's tailored to him. It's, you know, the embroidery work, like you said, there's a bunch of roses on it. Roses are a theme in this movie.
Like we said earlier.
It moves well. It complements her dress.
Yes, it does.
It's these two colors I never thought really would go well together, gold and blue, until seeing this movie.
Yeah. Because the primary colors get used a lot for the princesses in Disney, and of course Snow White is the epitome example of all three primary colors working together. But if you've noticed, they've never done that before. They've never had another dress that was so many different colors.
No.
Moana is the closest. Anna has her village dress, which is multiple colors, but they've never been so starkly different.
Right.
They're very complementary on Moana and Anna.
Yes.
Moana Anna.
Moana Anna?
Moana Anna.
Moana Anna.
So it's something that Disney took a risk back in 1939, and they haven't repeated yet. So, you know, even in Beauty and the Beast, they're not repeating it, but they're having complementary colors next to each other.
Right. So, do you want to... Alright, so... Let's
talk about this.
So, Rae and I have kind of the same opinion on it.
Yes.
While we love Emma Watson, we love, that they did translate this dress onto film.
I absolutely love
we love the gold. Yeah, we love the gold on the back of the hair,
and
on the
ear cuffs that she wore, which they paid very close attention to for some reason. Her necklace was gorgeous.
Yes.
The dress was a disappointment.
I agree 110%. It looked like a mid-2000s prom dress.
It does. I could wear that to a prom. We could wear that right now. It's very modern, and I didn't want modern because she looked out of place in that world.
I agree.
Just in that one scene, too.
Yes.
Because everything
else looked fine.
Her wintry snow outfit, her celebration outfit, everything else flew with the French time, but
agreed.
This one just looked too modern, and it made me unhappy. Gorgeous dress, absolutely. Does it compare to the Disney animated one?
No.
I don't want it to.
Mind you, these are pop vinyls that we're looking at, so they're not, in full detail. There's pictures
up
here, hopefully
accurate.
somewhere, that show them. But it's. I think that if that dress was more poofier at the bottom, if it had the gloves,
she should have worn the corset and the hoop skirt.
Was there a hoop skirt with it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's what
she should have done it, and I disagree with her reasons for doing it. I understand that she didn't want to be photoshopped afterwards on any of the posters, but at the same time, most of the posters featured her from like the shoulders up or the waist up, so she never got the full poster that Lily James did, and it was very different.
Mind you, the dress, it moved well, it danced well, it fit her great.
And he was able to pick her up in a hoop skirt. He would not have been able to.
That is true. But
of course, yes, hoop skirt. No.
I think that it was still kind of a miss.
Because
the dress to me also was a yellow color. I was expecting legit gold.
Yes.
With yellow accents, but I was expecting
the animated movie has a yellow dress. There's no doubt about that. But the truth is, cosplayers have interpreted that dress so much better than this was, and if I were to do the dress, it would be gold. It would not be
It would
yellow.
be stark canary yellow or anything like that. No.
Canary. She's the yellow canary.
Yeah.
She's going to join the Arrowverse.
But this dress, to me, is the staple of Belle. When you think of Belle, I immediately go to the dress.
That scene.
That's the iconic look of hers. And
Absolutely.
I do agree, they kind of missed the ball. They missed the mark on this one.
Yeah.
Like, for example, with this
She's
Belle.
one of the only characters in a Disney film that get wardrobe changes.
Yes.
So why in the world...
Many wardrobe changes, mind you.
She does, yeah. In the animated film, she has 4 different outfits, 5 different outfits. It's pretty incredible.
But, like, you know, I was missing this detail right here. I was expecting these little balls to be roses and, you know, it flowing out that way.
Absolutely.
But they didn't do it. They, you know, but that's how I would have interpreted it. I don't know.
I would have too.
But I do agree with you that they kind of missed the mark on that one.
They did, and it makes me a little sad.
And we're not the only ones who think that. I was reading online, a lot of people kind of thought they missed the ball with, you know, that dress.
Look, Emma Watson was very happy with what she finally got, so I can't argue with that.
And Jacqueline Duran did a great job with this film. Translating a beloved Disney animated film to live action is no small feat.
No.
And she did a great job.
It's really not.
We're not shitting on that at all.
The costumes, compared to the other 2 Disney princess films that have been adapted live action, are almost starkly better. It's not a huge improvement, but you lay out Maleficent, Cinderella, and Beauty and the Beast, and you watch them back to back, and which I will multiple times. The costumes are just better in this film. It translates quite a bit better. You know, in Maleficent, they reinterpreted everything because they had to make her the protagonist, or at least, you know, we knew she was the bad guy based on her actions, but there was also a worse guy. Yes. And her costumes had to reflect that. Elle Fanning's costumes as Aurora had to reflect her innocence. So was I missing the beautiful pink, blue?
Yeah, I missed that too.
Absolutely, I wanted that to happen, but it wasn't her movie.
No.
So we had to deal
Which made sense why, but you know, so for the Belle, for the dress, some parts I like the gold leaf embroidery around it.
Well, that
wish there was more.
Really pretty with the gold leafing coming down from the ceiling and landing on her dress. Garderobe's magic powers for some reason that she has.
We'll go with that. Because she's a singer and a dressmaker.
Yeah. Duh. Aren't you?
No.
I am.
Oh, well, look at that.
Anyway.
Which is kind of cool. We never actually got to see how she got that outfit in the animated movie. We just assumed that, or at least I assumed that she got it from
a closet somewhere in there.
Yeah. And put it on and said, all right, this fits, let's go dance. But, as one does.
Well, I think we've kind of like shit on that dress for a while. Let's talk about the very end, where we get to see everybody wear...
in human form with their, you know, what they were in the castle, now they're in human form. Belle and Beast have gotten married.
We assume.
I assume it's a marriage.
I assume it's a wedding.
Yeah.
You know?
Beast is in another...
It's powder blue this time.
Yes, it's a lighter blue. He always wore darker blues when he was in the Beast form because it was darker, he was brooding, he was Batman.
He had that one robe, though, that he wore that was powder blue.
He did have a light robe, yes.
Yeah, it was nice. Kind of showed what was to come.
It was, you know, we call that foreshadowing. But he's in a powder blue, not tux, but like a powder blue, very regal outfit.
It was.
She's in a very beautiful white dress, which is reminiscent of the cut of the gold dress, but I don't think you get to see enough of her in it.
I don't think so either. It's absolutely stunning, though. It's got sleeves on it this time that are really flowy sleeves, and it looks like it's completely 100% white, just a normal strapless wedding gown, very modern itself. And then it has...
guess what's embroidered on there? It's a rose. It's a few roses. Shocker.
And then they have like the satin or organza overlay with the roses dyed onto it.
Yes.
And it looks gorgeous that way.
It was very
really
pretty.
Steps up that game.
But you only see her in it for maybe a minute.
Yeah.
And at that, it's very fast dancing scenes.
I've seen more pictures of it in, doll form, because they have they have a Barbie doll of it, they have a pop vinyl of it, so I've gotten better looks at it based on products and merchandising than I did in the film.
I agree. So, like we said, everyone is human in this scene. The curse is broken. Hurrah. So we get to see Cogsworth, we get to see Lumiere, Mrs. Potts,
Plumette, Garderobe, Maestro Cadenza.
That's him. I just call him Stanley Tucci.
Oh, I liked his character. I know they added him, and I think
he wasn't in it enough, and it upset me.
I agree with that. I don't know why they added a new character when they had some other ones. Like, they could have played up the stove more.
Yeah, that was fun.
In the animated film, the stove was great. So Stanley Tucci could have played the stove, and they didn't have to add another character.
Right, but I like him as the credenza.
I did too.
Yeah,
it was cute.
So everyone is in like these very lots of white, lots of blues, lots of high white wigs, lots of blush. It is very Marie Antoinette because we're in France in the something hundreds. They don't give an exact date. I'm sorry.
Disney doesn't want you to have an exact date.
No.
They mix fashion and architecture so that it exists in a fairy world.
Exactly. We just know that it's sometime after the plague or a plague, because that's how Belle's mom dies.
Right.
Oops.
Sad.
Spoiler alert.
Sad.
So sad. But it's not a Disney film if one of the parents doesn't die.
That's true.
So everyone is in like these very beautiful gowns, kind of reminiscent of the opening scene,
right? But
a lot more light, because that was during obviously the nighttime. But this one is the sun is shining, the curse is broken, the ice is gone. Everyone is kind of springtime colors.
Overall, what did you think of the costumes in the film?
Oh, by far, I think, and you know how I love Maleficent. Love Maleficent.
He has a really good gender bend of Maleficent.
Thank you.
So good.
But I think costume-wise, this kind of beats out Maleficent.
Absolutely.
I think it goes this, Maleficent, Cinderella for me.
I think Cinderella's high points are the prince, the evil stepmother, Lady Tremaine, and Cinderella herself, and I think everything else kind of drops the ball.
Yeah.
Because they focused on those three characters, and I think Angelina Jolie's Maleficent outfit is the best interpretation from animation to live action so far. I think there's no contest.
No.
But as the whole movie, yes, Cinderella was beautiful, Maleficent was beautiful, but Beauty and the Beast adapts not just their main characters, they adapted the whole world. And that is something that can't be overlooked.
The thing is with the Disney films, there's, like I said, 150 background extras in one scene alone? Mm-hmm. Each extra got their own attention to costuming detail.
Yes.
And that's...
Not one person was out of place.
No.
It wasn't like the Star Wars cantina scene where the people in the far back had duct tape stuff and,
Exactly. They're in the corner so they can't, because no one can really see what's going on.
Right.
Everyone had, light on them. Everyone wasn't really in the shadows.
Yes.
And that's the thing with Disney films. They will not only just pay attention to the main lot of the cast, but to the extras as well.
Right.
So that's said for Disney film, for Marvel, Star Wars,
anything Disney touches now, they pay attention to detail from top to bottom, and I love it.
For sure. But costuming-wise, I would give this a solid 8.5 out of 10.
I think I might even go 9. You know? Nothing's perfect, so but it's, the soundtrack would get a 10 from me.
Oh, for sure. 10 out of 10 for the soundtrack. For sure.
It was just really good.
I agree. So this is our first episode, guys.
We're done. Think? Let us know in the comments exactly how we did. If you want, if you're mean, we'll ban you.
Yes. So, like us down below, Heroes Podcast Network. We're going to put the links in the description below.
Check out the other 2 shows, Screen Heroes and Gamer Heroes, every Tuesday and Wednesday.
Where can they find you?
They can find me at Super Sirens on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. We're all over, but Hillary and I do cosplay, and we have fun with it.
Yes, and you can find me at House of Turner Cosplay. We're going to put the link for Super Sirens and my Facebook page down below as well. Follow us.
Be sure to check out Shayna and Neverland too.
Yes, don't forget about that.
Thank you very much for being our first cosplayer of the week.
Yes,
and we hope
we'll put her stuff on there as well.
Bump into you one day.
Yes. So let us know how we did. What other movies,
cons, cosplays, costumes do you want us to talk about?
Video games, whatever. Let us know in the comments below. We will try and respond to those.
Everything.
Yes. But
Thanks
until
for
next
joining
time,
us.
guys. Bye.
Bye.